And he's just walking off. I don't want to do such... I hate how many if statements I have. Is that normal? Am I doing it right? Probably not. Probably amateurish. So a few bugs, you're basically release ready, right? Okay, so. Because he's not grounded. The current state is not jumping or falling. That's what's happening. I don't know what the current state there is. Because it's not getting set to running, so it must be set to idle. If you want to get a bunch of if else, you can do a switch case. Yeah, that's how I ended up with a switch in my my fixed update method. And that has been delightful because I ended up switching to a state machine. And that's been cleaner. Hey, Bramble. How are you? It is late for you, dude. I admit once you get to the point of feeling like a 2-3 deep if chain, conceptually I divide things out into states, aka just a class with an enter-exit update, and it handles that state's logic. Once you localize things, that only makes sense in edge cases. I, in theory, understood everything you just said. Understand how incredibly new that I am. Currently 110. That's what I thought. Clock's about to change. Oh, well, there you go. That's not true here, is it? Do clocks change tonight? Okay. I meant once you have to the point of feeling 2-3 deep if chain. Yeah, I probably could be doing things with separate methods. Which time zone am I again? I'm in central US. So it's currently 7:10 p.m. for me. I forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? I got super distracted. So the fall is not happening. I wish that it didn't take so long to build it every time. And this is such a simple game. I imagine that like really complicated games spend most of your day looking at progress bars. So when I just walk off, actually when I walk off, I should have a fall animation set. So class does the actual logic. There's a design pattern called the strategy pattern. Oh, Jesus. All right. Where instead of doing the work, it defers to what it's holding, aka use tool. By that logic, you can have the same person be a soldier or a surgeon. So for characters, I have it receive a class that does soldier stuff, surgeon stuff. Sure. So you can have it So you can hand it the thing, it does, and that class, and all it does is defer to the class it's holding. So you add infinite complexity without getting into scary nests. I think that might be November 5th. Ah. It felt like it was coming up. I don't know if we're yet complex enough that I need to do that, but it might be something to look into. Or at least I could get it so it's working to a point and then refactor it. Okay. So, can you guys read this okay? Should I make it bigger? I made it bigger so that you could see it. I don't know if it's... Oh, hi. What is that, programmer? It froze on that? That's amazing. That's amazing. You can read it? All right. Hey, Pickles. We're not into Flippy Duck. We've moved on to Up Duck. No more Flippy Duck. Now we're on Up Duck. Wee. Wee. Okay, so he's not able to flap. When he just walks off. I think that I can eliminate this, because that is possibly what's going on. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Deleting lines of code makes me nervous. Hey, look, I'm able to walk off and do it now. I'm also able to let go of the spacebar and hit spacebar again. Spacebar, let go, spacebar again. Neat. Fucking nailed it. All right. Flap strength back to 25. Flap duration, I don't remember what it was. I think it was at 1. Eh. Oh, there you go, Spoo. You could have gotten 25. You're totally right. All right. That is exactly what I wanted to have happen. So now, what I might do is work on that face plant. And what I've got is, so I've got the dead threshold. I've got that. Is that being referenced anywhere? On reference, where? Okay. So this is where it should switch to that face plant. Oh, current state dead. And then down here, dead should set the is dead to true, but that should only happen on a fall. And that's true. That should only ever happen on a fall. And then you should be able to run or probably jump to get out of it. Let's make sure you can jump to get out of it. This jumping is true. Turn off transition time, turn off the exit time. There we go. Ugh. I'm still feeling fine, by the way. Haven't tested positive yet. Never swap to the falling animation. Stop the falling animation there. Hey, Sai. How are you? So why is it not swapping to the falling animation? Or not the falling animation. Yeah, it's because it only comes out of the falling animation. It's staying in jump. Oh, that could be it. No, it's flat. It's falling. I think it's set to true. So right now it's only coming out of the flap. Does not come out of the jump. So I currently have a dead threshold. So there should be like an airborne variable, airborne time. Yep. Which currently is just for coyote time, but I can use that for I could use that for this too. Neat. I just gotta figure out where to use it. Let's see, do I want that to be... I have a lot of if statements here. I'm going to continue to spaghettiify the... So if airborne time is greater than dead threshold, finally sitting down to eat a good steak. Oh, baby. Finally got some groceries and put them away. Now it's time for food. That sounds awesome. Kind of a late dinner. Hopefully you're doing all right. Airborne time is greater than the dead threshold. And that hit collider, I think. Oh, wait, no, I've got that right here. Ah, and that's why. The current state has to be falling. So instead of the current state having to be falling, let's have this instead. And then I gotta get some air so that I can fall long enough. He never went to the falling animation. Presumably that means he's never reaching the falling state. No, he is. So the falling animation state is happening, but he's not in the fall animation? Question mark. Yep, he gets he gets locked into the jump animation. Because jumping is currently happening from any state. Maybe. So it could be the same reason why the flap wasn't working. This any state stuff sure seemed like it was a good idea, but now it doesn't. All right, so if we add that one there, add this one here. I need the parameter. This jumping is true. So then we're going from, I guess I also want that. Oh, but I have that already. And then I can take that away from any state, and now maybe it'll work. Maybe it's another instance where the animator was getting all goofy, and that's why it was all messed up. So now he should faceplant. Oh. When he falls from high enough. Awesome. Never exits the jump animation. Even though is falling appears to be ticked. Oh, that was not ticked that time. Maybe he's never entering the falling state. Where did I set it? It's this third check right here. Oh, yep. Oh, so it's coming. It's happening after. Okay. Okay, well, it still didn't happen. My attack appears to be cat because it's not listening to me. All right, so it's the falling does happen, but the animation's not happening. It's going right to idle, which it shouldn't have the ability to do. To the code. You do have to spell it right. So if he's not running, shouldn't be able to be run. So if he's not flopping and he's not already dead, I don't know if the dead thing needs to be there. That way itself could have worked. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I know it's a Saturday. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good evening. On an impromptu stream. Although I think he's missing a semicolon. I wish that it was that I was missing a semicolon. That's the easy part. The program will yell at me. It'll be like, hey, you're missing a semicolon. You may not. I sure know what I wish you were doing. Okay. All right. Listen. We got company. Master, I love you. How are you? Hey, he injured the falling. I did it. He didn't faceplant, but he injured the falling animation. There we go. Where he sticks his little feetsies out. I should also face plant. It hasn't done that yet. We did not enter the falling animation there. This is C sharp. Is this jumpy duck? This is up duck. Okay. What's up, duck? Yes, he is. Snakies. All right. So can't get him to faceplant. So we got the fall animation to happen just fine. So if it hits that ground, and he's been airborne time is greater than the dead threshold, which I have, and he's still. I mean, these two are sort of redundant. This top and the bottom one. Activate faceplant. What I'm trying to do, let me show you. I can show you the animation. By animation, I mean it's a single frame. As soon as this loads. You're supposed to faceplant, and the faceplant should look like this. Plap. Can't get it to work. When he falls from a certain threshold, he's supposed to faceplant like that. Um. Yeah, it should be falling from high enough. I actually reduced the threshold to very low just to make sure that it always happened, and it hasn't. So something in my logic here is not quite right. Because the threshold as it stands right now is based on time, and I have it set for 1 second. I mean, I could bring it even lower. 0.1. So now whenever he is falling, you should face plant all over the place. Like right there, you should have face planted. Face planted there. But he's not. So is there a line that says when the duck meets the floor, then ducky face plant? Yes. And I'm staring at it. But it's not happening. When he encounters an object, yeah. So what I've got going is I've got a raycast. Essentially, it's a line projected from the center of the object downward, and it looks like this red line right here. And so when that hits, that's when it's considered grounded. And that is what should be doing it, but as so far is not doing shit. My heck letter's not null. That should return true. Everyone times greater than the dead threshold. Maybe that's something I could do. Yeah, that airborne time reaches 2 seconds. Which is in theory plenty, because it's past that threshold. its body velocity should be 0. I don't understand why that's not working in the current state. Maybe it's down here. And is dead equals true. Maybe it's not another problem in the animator. Is dead is never getting set. I'm never seeing it blink. It is never getting changed. Wait a minute. Oh, because that's what I want that to be too. This shouldn't need to be there. What a way to spend a Saturday evening. If you insist, Davenclaw. If you insist. Fuck, do I not understand why this isn't working? Maybe because the airborne time is then 0 because he's landed. No, Bramble, you're good. I don't mind somebody asking questions. No, it does not. That doesn't affect it at all. All right. I think that might be it. I think it's because the airborne time is 0 when he lands. So then how do I make it so that... what about if he's falling? I don't know if this is gonna work. So if he was falling, let's see if that works. I don't know if that's gonna work in the same way. Oop, hell. What'd I do? That's what I did. Small typo. Fix everything. Just never is entering the is dead state. Let's see. As it stands, I am presently finding myself not being able to enter the dead state. Why would this be? If is grounded is set to true, then current state changes to idle. Hey Lauren, how are you? What? Like Matthew Perry? Oh my goodness. Wow. That is incredibly sad. Yeah. Matthew Perry apparently passed away, apparent drowning. He was 54. Goodness. Very unfortunate. Yeah, right? Good grief. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too, Nimble. Yeah. All right, so if he is falling and he lands, he should face plant. I'll add that. See if we can't debug it. Naturally, there are errors, because why wouldn't there be? Forgot a semicolon. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Oh. Now he face planted, but he face planted. It looked like he face planted before he was supposed to. I don't think I changed anything. Oh, he's going right to a face plant. That was weird. Well,
Come on.
hey, Toaster!
Still you, still me, still here.
What was it? 65 months, dude.
5 years.
Goodness graciousness.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen my friend who used to play games with me?
Nope, now he
was
just makes
a little
games.
taller than me at 6 feet 1 inch and super sexy. If you see him, tell him I miss him.
Uh-huh. Toaster, I love you. How are you? Okay, so... Try that. Toast, did you hear the news? Did I just do it again? I just did it again. Neat. About Matthew Perry. No, it doesn't face plant at all. It's because of the logic. He was never actually said that he should be face planted. So I think that it is this that is preventing it from happening. Let's do... I wonder if it's because of just like physics and not liking zeros. So he goes into that faceplant too early, which is not what I want. Hey, ordinary person. How are you? Doing a little bit. Hey, ordinary person. Thank you for 44 months.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I want an Nifola for my sub gift.
There we go. All right. Oh, man. This should make it so that that doesn't happen. What if we instead we do is grounded? What if instead we do that? I forgot that we had that variable. It's just a flag to see if he's on the ground. Nope. I'll do it again while looking at the animator. Hold on. Hold on. Work smarter, not harder. There. Start him up there. Hey, Quilliner, how are you? Good to see you. Howdy. It goes right to the outfit looks dapper and dang amazing. Hold on, did I miss a post? I must have missed a post. Oh, I did. That's Professor Plum. Look at you. That's fun. Bang. Back from Murder Mystery Night, complete with Halloween costumes. Right on. That is dead flag. Never happens. The state never gets updated. Because do I just need to do this check beforehand? I think it's because this is happening beforehand. Yeah, because that's just bringing the state to idle. That's what's happening. Because at the top of this, half of these things bring it to idle. So what I would need to do and that's where is grounded is set to true, but that's also where the idle state is set. So what I need to do is not set it there. So I can do and the current state does not equal falling, so then down here, wherever it is, current state is falling. Everything else is the same. That is grounded set right now, but instead we're going to do back to this. That's all it was. That's all it was. That's all it was. I think we found it. So it was getting set and never reached this because it was no longer considered falling. You picked the correct murder, but got the motive a bit wrong. Oh no! It's pretty fun though. Hey Annika, welcome on in. Hope you had a good night. All right, faceplant, you son of a bitch. Oops, it didn't even fall. Uh-oh, did I break that logic somehow? He faceplanted! Hold on, do it again. I was looking up here. Oh, he faceplanted beforehand. Okay, so we're still getting that error, but at least now he's faceplanting again. Yeah, he's going right from the fall to the faceplant without having the ground happen. Kev picked the wrong murder, so I still won. There you go. Might grab a drink right quick. My 3D print got done, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. I almost grabbed a beer, but then I decided that I wanted something a little sweeter. I've got the leftover Pepsi. Sweet, delicious poison. All right, and I've got to go do this right quick. Got watermelon lemonade. That sounds good. I love a lemonade. Proper lemonade. None of that from a packet stuff. All right. So right now he's face planting prematurely, which again doesn't make any sense. Oh, that time it didn't even happen. What? Now he's not even doing it? What? I didn't change anything. Oops, that time he did it. Yeah, it's happening like right away. Did they really, Wolfie? That's awesome. So that hit collider should be happening, but it's not. And that is, it's being like falsely triggered. So I don't understand why that's possible. seem to have gotten over the programming hurdle that I was stuck behind for the past 2 days. Yes. I've found more. It's not like more messed up. I'm gonna chat GPT this shit. Let's check if there's a ground collision with hit collider, and if the current state is falling, and if the vertical velocity is less than or equal to 0. All that's true. Yep. All these conditions could be true even if your character is not actually face planted, but still in the air. The raycast might detect the ground beneath the character while the character is still falling. That shouldn't be though. That shouldn't be it. It shouldn't be doing that. Hey, May. How are things going? I'm currently face planting in midair, which is not intended behavior. So he goes, and face plant, and he falls all the way down. He's face planting a little too much. Before, the issue was that he wasn't face planting, but now he's face planting all the time. Now it doesn't make sense. Because this right here should be checking to see if he actually hit the ground or not. Hey, Fishbelly. And for some reason he didn't faceplant there. That's not exactly intended behavior either. All right. Proposed solution: dead state timing. Consider adding a timing mechanism in the falling state for a particular amount of time before transitioning to dead upon landing. This will prevent the character from going into dead state. I have a variable that's supposed to be doing that. I'm gonna try this. I don't think that is gonna work because it's already in the falling state. Hi, Aurora. Work away. Where am I gonna pull sounds from? There's currently no sounds. Probably do Epidemic Sound and just see what they have because I already have a subscription for it. Okay. Well, now he's stuck in falling. Feels kind of like progress. Oh, that time I didn't get stuck in fall. Oh, what was that? What is going on here? That was the weirdest. Okay, well, whatever I just did, it's not working. Well, that one looked okay. That one didn't. If I was better at this, I'd be working on other stuff and not this bullshit. There's only day 6. That's beside the point. I could be better at it already. Well, what's annoying is it's not like it's a logic thing that's happening that I don't fully am able to wrap my head around. We're always working on bullshit instead of what we want. All right, well, that's fair. But it's just a logic thing. Like, I don't understand how this is not making it so that that does not happen. It doesn't make any sense. This also didn't affect anything. Don't understand why that's making it so that he has to. Should have to land. So essentially, that one is being Sure, raycast is actually hitting the ground layer. If the raycast is too short or misaligned, maybe no, even though I expect to be touching the ground. That's not what's happening. Let's see. One quick debug strategy could be to print out the values of hit collider current state and XY. To directly address this problem, consider rearranging the check for transitioning to the dead state instead of doing it in the update method. You may find it more reliable to put it in the fixed update method right after updating airborne time. This will ensure that all physical calculations are done before checking the condition. So they're asking me to put it here, which I think that I disagree with. What is each section of your if statement doing specifically? Have you tested those statements individually to see if it proves true and occurs alone? I mean, I have not tested this if they occur individually. So I've got a raycast, which is just a line coming down from the center of the figure to say for a short period of length. And if it's hitting the ground, anything that's considered ground, which all of these are, they're layer ground, then it will consider itself landed. Cast it already be in the falling state. And then also, even though this should be true, also make it so that the I can actually make this that. Make it so that they don't have any vertical movement at all. So now if he's on the ground, oh, now I can't jump? Now I literally can't jump. I didn't change anything about jumping. What in the hell? Try that again. Give myself a break if I need it. I don't need it. I'm good. I can go forever. Now I can jump again. It goes right from the fall animation to the Ducky Dead animation. So that trigger is happening way sooner than it should be. That doesn't make any sense because he should have to hit the ground. Maybe it's time for one of those hydration McDreams. I don't have one. I don't want one, but I will hydrate. That got super goofy there. Hold on, something weird's happening. That's very interesting. So my debug code, this is happening when he lands, but he's entering that dead state beforehand. So this is getting set. That's the only place that is set. That's very interesting. Should I restart Unity? Is that a thing? Is it just a... I don't understand what would be causing that. On that note, it's been a minute since I've saved, so I'm going to save. So current state is currently only happening on the fixed update. Wish that I was just able to have this work, but I'm not smart enough. And now I'm getting frustrated. Why would I be doing this? But why? Alright, how do I do this debug mode thing? I don't know how this works. Alright, should be connected to Unity in theory. All right, my raycast. Is not null. Current state is falling. It's opening up a bunch of stuff. I don't have header tools. Nope. This is not as helpful as I wanted it to be. Remember to stretch and hydrate? I could probably go for a stretch. I'm hydrated though. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm gonna stand up for a second. All right. This should be while he's landed, and I don't understand why it's not. I might just disable it and move on to something else and come back to it later. Highlighted messages don't show up on your TV? Highlighted messages also don't show up on my current chat reader, which is not my favorite. I'll have to figure it out. See how I want to do it. They show up on your TV? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna disable it entirely and then maybe come back to it. Shouldn't be that fucking complicated. On the Chromecast app? Oh, and now because but this spelling should be false there. Damn it, do I wish I knew what I was doing. I'm getting really frustrated. So we can play KSP? That's excellent. Is falling is now getting locked in as true. That's interesting. Maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, because then this isn't getting called. So he's not landing. Am I putting my code in Git? I am not. Should I be? And like GitHub, is that what you're talking about? I could be. If anybody wanted to look at it and critique it and be like, hey, this can be done way differently. All right, and now I can land and I'm not stuck in my falling animation. Got it. So I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Because then I was checking if it wasn't falling. You can use Git entirely on your machine. What is Git? Necklum I have no idea what that is. I'm using VS Code. We're talking about different things. Is this a tool that I should be using? Probably. Git. It's an easy to learn and has a tiny footprint with lightning fast performance. It outclasses SCM tools like Subversion. It's like a time machine for my code. It lets you track all your changes and compare changes. Can I do that? How do I do that? That sounds great. How do I do that? Git. How do download for Windows? Is this the right thing? Am I looking at the right stuff? You call him Ian. Avatar song. You can also probably do it inside VS Code. How do I do it in VS Code? I mean, should I be doing it with Git or should I be doing it with VS Code? Because as far as version controls go, I've just been hitting Control Z if I ever have like problems. Talk to me about how to. Keep in mind that I know nothing. So how do I do this? See the little branch thing with the circle on the left? Click that. Branch thing, circle on the left. Bam. Oh, install Git. Popular source control system to check. Download Git for Windows. You want to open an external website? Sure do. It's literally the page that I already had open. All right. 64-bit Git for Windows setup. Yes, sure. I'm going to assume that is fine. Visual Studio Code is Git's default editor. That's fine. There's so many. Yep. Sure. Enable experimental built-in file system monitor. That way you don't take a branch and get lost due to undo redo mayhem. Yes, that's perfect. Let's do that. Could use that earlier today, actually. Launch git bash. Sure. Oh. Well, that's. So how do I? What do I do? So how do I do that then? Probably have to restart this. Initialize repository. The folder currently doesn't have a Git repository. You can initialize a repository, which will enable source control features powered by Git. Oop, where'd it go? This thing. Initialize repository. Commit. Should I be committing? Commit. There are no stages to commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Sure. I only really wanted the one to be all the rest should be basically the same. I don't know. All right. What was I doing? What's that, Spoo? Using Git with Visual Studio. Hello, guy.
Choose to call it. It's all about keeping track of code and files over time. Git is a program for managing source code, while GitHub hosts a copy of that code in a repository online. Now, Visual Studio Code makes the process of using Git and GitHub easy, and in this video, I'll show you the steps involved. But before we get started, do note that this video assumes you have Git installed, which you can find on this site here. With that out the way, the first step to use Visual Studio Code with Git is to initialize a folder to reflect your repository. So let me open up an existing folder with some files in it, and then go to Source Control and click Initialize Repository. Now notice at the bottom left-hand corner that the branch is named main. But if you needed to rename it, you can simply open the command palette, Shift-Command-P, and type rename. And let's say we want to call it test branch, and just hit enter. And now you see it reflected below. But I'm going to rename it back just as easily to main. Now after initialization, you'll see that in the source control panel that my new file shows up with the letter U beside it, and U stands for untracked file, meaning a file that is new or changed but has not been added to the repository. So to track it, I can just click the plus sign next to the index.html, and now it is what's referred to as staged. Now once added, the letter next to the file will change to A, which represents the new file has been added to the repository. And the next step would be to commit it. And all I need to do is add a message, such as first commit, and in general, it will just describe whatever change that you make. It's for informational purposes. And to submit it, I'll just hit the check mark right above it. So right now we're on our main branch, but if this is a real application and we need to add new code, new features, for example, we want to create a separate branch to do that by going to the command palette, Shift-Command-P, And I already have the option here to create branch, but you could also just start typing in create branch. I'll call this new features. And the bottom left-hand corner reflects that now. And I'll add 2 lines of code that reflects my new features. One for warning and one for danger. Now you'll notice when I add the code, on the left-hand side, there's this area called gutter. For new lines of data, it's reflected by a green line. For changed lines of data, it's reflected by shaded blue line. So let's say if I add exclamation points on line 4, you'll see a shaded blue line. And if I deleted a line, like line 10, it'll be reflected by a red arrow, but I'm going to put that line back. Now right under the word changes, you'll see I have some icons here to open a file, discard changes that I've made. I can stage my changes, and this is all for one file, but if I had multiple files, then I can go ahead and discard all my changes or stage all my changes. Now Visual Studio Code also has the ability to perform a diff on files, to compare files side by side. Typically you would need to have a separate tool to do this, but it's built in. And to see our changes side by side, we just need to click on our file. But this time I also want to show you that you can see all the changes in one file. So if we go to the upper right-hand corner here and choose Inline View, it consolidates them. And within here, we can also make changes. So I can add some exclamation points here if I wanted. So now if I want to stage my changes, I can come up here and click the plus sign and add a message called Added Features and commit it. And remember now, at the bottom left-hand corner, it still says New Features, and that's the only branch that's affected. So I can click here and switch to Main Branch, and this is how the code was originally. Now, if I want the new code to be reflected in the main branch, I need to merge. By going to these 3 dots here, going to Branch, Merge Branch, it'll ask me from where, and I want to select from our New Features branch. And now our main branch has the reflected changes. So now let's say we actually want to publish this to GitHub. All we need to do is go to Publish Branch. It's going to prompt us that this extension GitHub wants to sign in using GitHub. I'll hit Allow, select Git Clone. I'll paste the URL and clone from this URL. And now all I need to do is specify where I want it cloned, and I'll use that. And that's it, really, for the most common ways developers use Git. Creating a repository and branch, staging
100%
changes,
I imagine. It's just got to be like a must.
And cloning existing projects. And yes, there are some more involved topics, but what we covered are what you'll likely be doing most frequently. But
also, I want to help him with
learn more about using Visual Studio Code with Git along with other source control topics, check out the links in the description below and subscribe for future videos.
Oh. So I managed to have every single file involved in this. I don't think I needed that. Did the commit fail? I did. Unable to something working file. Probably because I have it open right now. But also, I don't think that I needed it to do every single file. I just really wanted just this, right? That doesn't do anything. See Unity Git ignore above. Don't commit yet. I'm not committing anything. See Unity Git. Oh, hold on. You're sending me a link. What are we looking at? This Git ignore should be placed in your Unity project. So what am I looking at? What's this? Download this, put it. Can I put that in my project folder? Done and dusted. Shut up. Okay, like that. I'm going to rename it. So dot get ignore. And now. Yes, coach should be happier now. So then I can try to click commit again. I'm going to click commit again. There are no stages to commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Sure. Make sure you configure your .username and .email in Git. Okay. Oh, it's got a bunch of files that I'm not even using as well. All of the files that I'm not using. Oh, most of those are image files that I'm again not using. Yeah, Wolfie. Yep. We were talking about that earlier. Maybe it's happier. 1,700 is way better than 10,000. Can I try to commit one more time? Sure. Save all and commit. Make sure your username. All right, fine. First time setup. That's not what I wanted. Is that just a regular command? So I don't want that either. Git ignores a list of files. Git doesn't need to sync because they aren't part of your project, but Unity files ignore. Yeah. That's awesome. Do the first time setup. How do I actually do that? Comes with a tool called git config. When you say that. Do it from Git Bash? I think we do it from Git Bash. All right, I will do it over here. global user.email. Seem to be very intensely doing something. I'm doing it. It's nothing that you guys. I thought it was going to ask for a password. Git config list. Username and Gmail setup. Exit. Try it again. Please entering commit message for your changes. Line starting with blah will be ignored. First commit should work. I don't know what this is. It's waiting for me to put my commit message? What? First commit. That's my commit message describing my changes. I'll make this capitalized. Check mark in upper right. Did I do it? Oh, now it says publish branch. We did it? Great. All right. Might need to be walked through that one more time before I get it, but we're good. All right. So anyway, where was I before we started doing all that stuff? I said I don't remember it. All right, fair enough. Oh, for the nuclear bomb and the True Lies. I said I don't remember it. True Lies. Goodness. I want flap strength to be just a little bit higher. You want me to check change his answer? I don't remember. Oops, that's all I wanted. Changes? What changes? The sample scene.unity. Oh. Huh. Yep, I made changes there. Cool. All right. I mean, sure what to do. Should give you everything you need. It isn't really a lot. Yeah. Just a matter of working with it. You know. Well, I'm thrilled to have it. I'm thrilled to have it. Thank you for helping me set it up, by the way. It's awesome. Okay. I still want the faceplant to fucking work. Oh. Still want to figure out my faceplant bullshit. I don't understand why that wasn't working. Let's rethink it. Let's completely forget that that's there. When should he faceplant? He should faceplant when he's falling and when he lands. That is the same as this. Still on the version control tab? You can move back to the top tab. I can move back to the... I mean, realistically, I don't even want that. I want this. Probably. So this works just fine. And it's bringing him to idle. Maybe I have this be part of it. Add an else if there. Now that my code doesn't get, I'll see changes highlighted on the universal bar on the right too. Really? Interesting. Oh yeah. Huh. That's actually great. Why doesn't that just ship with whatever? Anyway. I feel like VS Code should ship with something like that. Should ship with more setup, yeah. Getting Windows is weird. Git. Because Microsoft would prefer to use their direct services like Azure and Azure DevOps, which is a different source control front end. Gotcha. Makes sense. Oh, Windows. All right. Let's sally forth here. Next time we'll set up a VS Code server so you can code from anywhere. I would actually be really interested to see what it's like to set something up so that people can work on the same thing. I'm sure that Git is involved, but I don't know how that would work. Okay. I could add my faceplant logic here and make this an else if. If you have my Git push to GitHub, you already have it, so others can work with you. Changes wouldn't be live updated to you locally, but many could contribute to your project. Interesting. Your collaborators just clone your repo? Well, yeah, but like, wouldn't you be creating conflicts if you're both working on it at the same time? You know what I mean? All right. Second. Get smart. Indeed. Work on different features and stuff. Yeah, makes sense. Makes me wonder about like big studios, how the hell they got that set up. But mostly people can stay out of each other's way. Interesting. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with Well, I guess I've got it saved so that I can make changes and not have to fucking worry about it, huh? Or something. What does blue mean again? Just to try to not binge code and change it to 100 random line. No, I didn't. Keep focused for best results. That makes sense. Turning in early. It's super early, May. Have a good night. Sorry to put you to sleep. Jeez. All right, so we did not. So right now, Ducky is dead is true, but it didn't actually trigger the animation. Now that I think about it, it's never set to not true. So now he faceplant. Was that what was happening before and I didn't realize it? So now he's faceplanting as soon as he moves to a fall. Okay, so look at this again. Wait, is that true right away? What caused it to be true? So now he's considered dead. Man. All right. Try it. All right, so is dead is being triggered, but the animation's not happening. Instead, it's going to somewhere. It doesn't make sense. There should only be one place for it to go. Oh! Oh! Did I do it? Guys, I think I did it. Oh my gosh, we've been working on that for hours. He face plants. I have to change the timing of the face plant because he's face planting a lot. All right. We got there. We got there in the end. All right, so let's change that faceplant time because right now it's set to like 1 second. Yeah. Let's try that to 3 seconds. Well, yeah, 3 seconds. Just needed a breaking point to clear my head. Maybe something like that. Now commit. Okay, let's do that. How do I do a commit? Normally I just control S. What do I do now? I'm gonna go here. Ducky CS and ducky.controller. Commit. There are no stage changes to commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? What does that mean? I don't know what I'm doing. Never used Git before. There are no staged changes to commit. What does a staged change mean? Actually, hold on, cancel this. Because I can blow all this away now. Staging changes is basically selecting the change files that I want to record in the commit. Fair enough. It's pretty ready for me to do anything other than stage all changes. Perfect. Commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Should I just click on always, or should I just say yes? Please enter the commit message for your changes. Face planting now working. Accept. You want to save changes? Sure. Did I do it? I don't know if I did it. Oh, it did stuff. I think I did it. I like to review and stage all my changes, but a lot of people think I'm weird. Well, I'd probably review them all too, for what it's worth. All right. Fucking awesome. That's working now. What's this? Oh, release mode disables. Oh, that's just, I guess I never noticed that before. Man, what a mess that was. Oh, man. Got your new battery today? Right on, Scout. Just enter the message in the field above the commit button before you commit. That file won't even open. Just enter the message in the field above. Oh, just right up here. And then I can click publish and then it'll do the things. Or no, I click commit rather and it'll do the things. All right. So now I've noticed a different thing that's not great. Or just control enter. Noted. Now whenever I flap, he face plants. Regardless of the time period. And my dead threshold is now super high. Yeah, he's just face planted there. And now I got stuck on falling. Somehow. Alright, well he's face planting, but we've got other issues now. I don't know if I want that behavior. I also had it stick on the falling, and I haven't been able to replicate that so far. Alright, cool. Now I wonder if I want to try to get the rolling the rolling mechanic to work. But this is still a little janky, so I don't know if I should fix this up before I start doing other things. Now have the unknown part warning badge in your phone. All right, great. So regular jump is good. Flap and then I face plant. Regardless of if the threshold is met. So why is that? Because that's the only place that fall can go to. Might have to add another check. Oh, you know why? I know why. I know why. There. have to change the threshold again. But now he should never... I should set up an animation from the fall to... a walk, run, and an idle. Actually, can I bring this to any state? No, because then I don't want it to go to Ducky Dad. Maybe I do that. Oh, I can't make transitions from any state or to any state. All right, fine. More spaghetti. All right, exit time gone. Transition gone. Is nope. Is dead is false. And is falling is false. Also, speed is greater than 0.001. Transition to idle. That's going to be no exit time. Transition off. Is dead. Is false. And is falling. Also false. And that should do that. Oh, now I'm getting stuck in my falling animation. Falling is currently true. Falling is getting stuck as true when I'm flapping. It's also not happening when I... All right, you got it. I know what's happening there. All right, so... This line here is what's causing the falling. I think I want to take that out of this. Now I can't go from that to that. Also, it shouldn't then go to... No, I want it to not go to falling. I want it to go... because once it's in falling, then it can... No, it shouldn't. And just it should fall, and then it should go to... Oh, you know what? Because this current state's not falling. So if I take this out like that, now that should work. Y'all, I don't poking around in the dark. All right, so now it's going back to idle. So I think we've got that figured out. So let's open up my ducky parameters here right quick. Change that dead threshold to 1. Now he's not face planting. Oh, fix one thing and break the rest. Bop, 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 bop. Mm-hmm. Yep, that all makes sense. So as we have it set out right now, gosh. I just had it working. That wasn't really working. It was the thing that I had been working on was then functional, but other stuff wasn't working. Discord is still broken? What do you mean it's broken, Scout? What? What about this broken? Can still see General without let us up, and that's supposed to be like that. Oh, no. It is supposed to be like that. That was changed this week. Yep. I should be able to see a couple other channels as well. So the Discord is now open. Which we'll see how I feel about it. It has been a problem so far. Oh my gosh, I'm getting fatigued here. All right, so the flat flail is happening. One thing I saw that was cool in a different Discord was a post-ban channel. If you post in it, you get banned. Oh. For removing bots? Oh, that's interesting. What a clever way to do it. Oh, so now once again we are no longer face planting, but everything else is working fine. Yep. I don't even remember what I changed. That should be working. Ooh, la 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 la. Oh. So I think that this is what is causing it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. But I think I need that for... I'll find out in a second. Okay, it is now no longer going into Ducky Fall. Is that the only line that's putting it into fall? What if I let go? This shit's hard. Getting frustrated. Really makes you appreciate games that were made by one freaking person. Yeah, I'm gonna call it up the next Tunic, easy. To be fair, that one person usually know what they're doing. And it probably wasn't their, like, second game that they've ever made after they made Flappy Bird. There's that. That's true. God, Tunic was so good. Alright. Can't believe that game was made by one fucking person. Cannot believe it. The camera works great. The camera worked when the camera stuff that went out. Well, that happened without a hitch. The Bowser should do a Freddy Fazbear NPC stream if all his donation goals are met. Oh my god. No worries, Greg. Have a good night. Get some sleeps. Oh, no kidding, Martin. I didn't know that. That's interesting, too. I could see that with that game. But then he gets a team. Have a good night, Nico. Can I add logic to the different states? Yes. Can't see it. Red Wolf, look one in. Like if a player is floating, then runs out, than faceplant or falling for more set time than faceplant? Yes. That is what I believe I have in here, but it's not working. The faceplant was working for a brief moment, and then I changed other things, and now it's not working again. Is this what I changed where it then started working again? Exactly, Sarian. Exactly. Bye. Sarian, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you, everybody who's hanging out. Okay, yeah, and that's how we got stuck on the falling animation. It's going mostly okay. I'm currently stuck. I've been stuck and unstuck so many times, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even remember where we're at right now. What's working, what's not. It's been back and forth so much. Right now, I think that the face plant is not working. Oops, how's that? Still, did I not save? Didn't. That'll do it. What am I doing? Is learning by fire? You're exactly correct. While live on the internet for everyone to see. It's a good time. It looked like he went to falling there for a second. And then changed back to something else. Did that one actually work? I was looking down here. There's too many things to keep my eyes on. Okay, so that works. But now he's not face planting when he lands. And he said he's going to idle. Why would that be? Spoo, that's wild. Hey, Unknown Sheep. Welcome on in. It would be even nicer if it was working as intended. So If the current state is falling, the airborne time is greater than the threshold, and it's stop. So something is happening where this is not entering this state. I'm gonna should face plant. Yeah. Just follow Scooby Skylines and just ship it anyway. Whoa, hey, whoa, shots fired. But yeah, no, Cheap, if you're here for somebody who knows what they're doing, you're in the wrong spot. If you're here to help somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, then you might have found exactly the place to be. Damn it. Is dead is never getting triggered. Oh, and this was never getting... But I didn't change any of this. So what did I do to make it so that this is now not firing? What did I do to make it so that this is now not firing? Was it this? Might have been that. Did I get that backwards? Maybe I got the code backwards? If airborne time is greater than the dead threshold, that's correct. Now I can't jump? I beg your pardon? I didn't change anything about jumping. What? Did I break Unity? Did I break my keyboard? Oh, I was able to do it once and now I'm just stuck here. What did I even possibly do? I can jump. I can jump. I can jump. Is it when I flapped? When I flapped until I fell? When I flapped until I fell, then I can no longer jump again. I didn't change any of those lines. I didn't change any of those lines. Oh, because this is now true. That's what it was. And it doesn't reset the flap duration. It doesn't reset the flap duration. I can probably do that here and have that be fine. Might as well copy all of it. Should probably have that be a function, actually. Yes, all of that could be a function. Hold on. I can add it to the existing function. That's exactly the format that I wanted to have. All right, cool. Look at me. I did a refactor. Words that are in every development shop. I didn't change anything. Why isn't is that working now? Along with I didn't change anything. Why isn't that working now? Yeah, probably, man. That's fair. Make sure that everything still works. Or it doesn't work as intended. Yeah, I can jump again. If I'm holding down space, do you switch into Ducky Dead and then back out a few lines later in the update function? Shouldn't. Right now, I'm not. Right now, Ducky is Dead is currently not being called appropriately, which is actually there it was. It was that time, but it didn't. I wonder. I still want this to be in there, but okay, so now I've got what I had that one time before, where is Dead is getting stuck on, and then the next time he face plants. Immediately. that's not what I want. Really, Spoo? That's pretty cool. I did not know that. That's awesome, actually. That'd be super neat. All right, stretch time. Desire a snack. Can I have a local repository? That would be good. These things are so chewy. Boy, I love those RX bars, but boy, do they get stuck in your teeth. All right, so right now is dead is true. And he has not fallen down, which leads me to believe that maybe it's an animation issue. Or maybe it's going from there to idle. No, because is dead needs to be false in order to have that. Could be super handy for last second game jam submissions. That's funny. I think I'd try a game jam sometime. I think that'd be neat. Are game jams usually done with one person, or is it a small team? All right. You can do either? I'd like to do one too. If dead is true, he should be dead. His face should be face down on the ground. But instead he's going to idle. This is the only place that idle is called. And it shouldn't be able to do it if the current state is dead. Oh, I hate looking at it, saying like this shouldn't be possible, and then having it not work that way. That's my least favorite part, probably. Doesn't make any damn sense. One 48 hours and 172 for the 48-hour jam. You have to work alone and create everything yourself. No external assets. Fuck that. I can't do graphics, man. Or if you want everything in the game to be a ball, I can do that. I'd love to see a history of states it goes through. You're talking about this? Same. We can do that. Jumping. Clapping. Falling. Dead. Or de-dead, depending. Why does it say /M there? Oh, because there's errors. Because I managed to not put a single semicolon. Awesome. Yeah, sorry. Noted. I know a guy too that'd be interested. I don't know if his music that he works with would necessarily work with any project that I'd have, but it's currently dead and remains dead. The state is supposed to be dead. It's the animation that's wrong. You know the music for RimWorld? Then I'm in. Fucking love RimWorld. Actually, the music for RimWorld was particularly great. I don't have one for Idle. But it's currently in the dead state right now, and the animation is not working. The P Music mod? Oh, the P Music. It's much better than the remote soundtrack. I can't play without it. Really interesting. Interesting. Oops, damn it. I didn't mean to hit that button again. Ah. Oh! Okay. Well, now we're not exiting the dead state, so we got to figure that out. But he's face planting. Oh, and now he's remaining dead. Oh. It was the animation. The animation was what was messed up. Because this is currently set to 1 right now, right? Yeah. Set this to 2. So if I fall from, like, say, up here, still face planted. If I set it to 3.5, still face planted. Interesting. So that shouldn't be. Should the dead state be exited, or should it go to a restart style screen? It's not like dead. It's meant to be just like a face plant. The animation was labeled as dead, so that's what I've been calling it. All right, so we're now able to enter that dead state just fine. But now I'm having trouble with when it gets called. Like that one, that was weird. So it's going to be every time I flap my wings now. Or I'm done flapping. So it was to do with the animation. I don't understand why exactly. But I just set it so that from any state it can go to Ducky Dead. This one isn't working at all. If speed is greater than 1, it should go to the walk-run screen. But is dead is still true. Maybe that's why. This is where the horizontal input gets placed. That's probably not good to do. No, that's fine. It's greater than 0. Coach just punch the microphone, sorry. Oh. Nope, still not right. There it is. So in the timer, timer when is dead and then flips to expected state. It should just be when he starts moving, then your stands back up. Takes so long. V, hello. How are you?
Thanks to Swift Saint Diddley for my sub gift.
Thank you, Swift Saint Diddley. There, now he gets up right away. Now he's getting up right away. V, I'm making a computer game. A video game. Maybe should have was moving there. Ooh, that worked as intended. That worked as intended. And then fall and then splat. Now because it's currently set to 1, I'm going to set it now to 2. It's still always doing that out of the flap, which I don't know if I want necessarily. And now it's not doing it out of that. Perfect. Yes, Aaron, I saw that. Is robbery and homicide detectives investigating? Interesting. That dude had a tough life. He went through a lot of shit. Lots of addiction problems. Okay. So with some small exceptions, that's not working as intended. I would love to have a grace period where after he gets dead, you can't input anything. How can I do that? Even if it's natural causes, there's that. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't a huge fan of Friends. I love Friends very, very much. That's not how I think that I want to do that. You only watch Friends because I wasn't allowed to. But it had some funny moments. Only just watch Friends, is that what you're saying? Unchanged to dead state, disable controls for a time, and then enable. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do, Martin. It just there isn't a super duper duper happy way to do it. I just set a boolean and. And then I get what I have to set a boolean and a timer. Let's see. Set. You can listen for the end of the animation and then block an output. I can listen for the end of an animation. So if I change that animation to be longer. So if I had that. Had that set for like 3 seconds. 3 frames. Not 3 seconds. Set it for half a second. Well, let's do that, I guess. I think it needs a public. Public bool input blocked equals false. Have a good night, Martin. Probably be live again tomorrow doing this, to be honest. So if input blocked goes, oops, wrong thing, false. Should have done a commit so that I could, since I started working on something new. I also have to do that for all of my jumping. Actually, I guess just the jump is fine, because that's the only thing that you'd be able to do. And I get to call it by the animation, I guess. Alright, so now select this, and somewhere add event. Add an event right here. Unblock input. Do I have to put the thingies? I need more about how to set the method to happen on an event in the animation. A small event marker should appear on the timeline. Select the event marker and then inspect markers and you see an event section. In the function dropdown, there's not a function dropdown. There's not a function dropdown. Did I do the wrong thing? Well, let's see if it works. Oh, okay, well, it kind of worked. Try that again. All right, I can jump around with all the glee that I want. I'm if I do this and then I fall. Oops, it didn't go to that animation. And now I'm not able to move at all. Excellent. Try it again. Just I need to make sure I'm not able to jump right away. I don't think any of that worked how I wanted it to at all. I'm gonna work on that later. Oh boy, oh boy. Might just call it for the night. Maybe. Been live for like 4 hours. It was getting kind of late. Yep, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Y'all, thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate you. I hope that you had a good evening. I'm gonna probably be live doing this again tomorrow. I might start early again and go really late. 'Cause I've been working on this all day, and I'm gonna keep on working on it. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a good night, programmer. Swifts, Neklimdul. Have a good night, y'all. I'm hungry. Neklimdul, thank you for thanking the mods. Yeah, exactly, Sarian. Sarian gets it. Have a good night, V. I'm gonna go watch some tutorials.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul. Through the black hole. To make myself whole.
glad we were here.
Welcome, DK and Party of 24. How are you all? I hope you have fun doing it. We have just started Alan Wake 2. This is literal the beginning. We have walked down a hill very slowly, and in the usual more cowbell way of meandering. Working on the up,